Welcome back to Asia Tonight. The desire and a drive to look and feel younger. The business of longevity is seeing more people make the choice to intervene in just how fast they age as therapy options widen. But do these interventions work? Well, this week here on CNA, we'll discover the lengths that people will go to fight aging in the third part of our series on living longer. You look good for your age. It's seen as a compliment paid to people who appear younger than they really are. One of them is this man. Singapore native Tan Chuan Do is a viral internet sensation. He'll be 57 years old this year, but he has the physique and face of a man half his age. And that's exactly why he sent the internet into a frenzy in 2017.
I still can remember that fateful morning when I woke up to a root shock. And tons of messages from strangers all around the world, even TV station, notable news website. They were all asking all sort of things. But basically they all want to know how I did it.
And in trying to understand how he stays looking so youthful, Chuan Do's followers soak up his every post, featuring physical attributes that defy time and gravity. Still, the question remains, how a man getting closer to 60 could look this young and this good. Your story went viral a few years ago. It just catapulted you to this internet fame. And people think there's some kind of magic about the way that you look. Is there magic in that? Or does this come down to some hard work and luck?
As much as I don't think I look that young, I could be a person who look like a healthy version of someone of my age. Every time when people ask that question, I will shy away. Maybe because deep down inside, I know I'm already 56 and I'm aging as like everyone else.
The good news is, apart from genetics, Chuan Do's recipe for youth is a back-to-basics to-do list. It includes what he does.
The activities that you do during the day will be equal to the calories that you burn during the day. As simple as that.
What he eats.
If you want to have a lean body, so you will want to stay in a state of being calorie deficit.
And what he thinks.
If let's say we can psych ourselves to have that mindset, that to have a positive, healthy, young thinking, I think through a period of time, that feeling will eventually become you.
Old school as it may sound, the science agrees with Chuan Do.
If exercise were a pill, it would be a blockbuster drug. Everyone would be taking it. But exercise requires effort. And because exercise requires effort, it's not such an easy pill to swallow.
When we look at aging and the process of aging, we often look at it fairly myopically, like physical well-being, right? Because we think of it as a medical science question. But it is not. Well-being is a multi-dimensional construct. In addition to physical well-being, being physiologically able to stay mobile and all that, there are the important dimensions of psychological and mental well-being, social well-being.
There are 4 pillars to it. There's diet, cutting your calories, eating a balanced diet. There's exercise, which is some combination of resistance training and cardiovascular training. There's stress management, and there's sleep. And it's about sustainability. I can tell everybody to go be vegan marathon runners, and it's not going to do much good. So we have to work with people and develop personalized strategies for them to slowly improve their lifestyle.
It's the good advice on health we hear over and over. But the search for well-being today is seeing some go beyond push-ups and positive thinking.
Good afternoon, Mr. Kong. How are you?
Mr. Kong Manchu is an entrepreneur whose innovations have earned him some financial success. He's come to this facility for a health check. Regenosis is a longevity centre in the heart of Singapore's commercial district. It's not a clinic, but it has on hand a team of specialist doctors tasked with helping clients age on their own terms. Before signing up for the program, health and aging were not a priority for Mr. Kong.
My sugar level was a little bit high, or rather quite high, and cholesterol is high, and quite often suffering from flu, and at times, got very bad headache because of the nature of my lifestyle.
Major changes to that lifestyle followed, with his diet and exercise scrupulously monitored at the centre.
From results, you can tell that what I'm doing now, my health has improved so much. So it's just like walking, exercise. It becomes part and parcel of my life. Today, if I don't walk, I feel a little bit uneasy. So that the data actually tells a story that motivates you to be careful with your food and what are the things that you should do, advised by the specialists from Regenosis.
But lifestyle tweaks are just one part of what's offered at Regenosis to Mr. Kong and other clients. It's one of a growing number of centres in Asia providing regenerative medicine through stem cell therapy.
There are many aspects of aging that are being studied right now in this area called regenerative medicine. One of these aspects is in stem cell therapy. Stem cell therapy looks at the use of cells taken from a person and converted to stem cells, the mother cells that generate all different kinds of cells, and then taking these cells to give them to individuals in the hope that they will repair and regenerate diseased tissues and cells.
But there are strict limitations in Singapore to what you can do with those stem cells. And stem cell therapy, to slow the hands of time, cannot be administered to clients in Singapore. For what's known as rejuvenation therapy, clients have to make a short car ride across the causeway to facilities such as this one in Johor Bahru, Malaysia. Here, they can receive a procedure known as mesenchymal stem cell therapy, or MSC. But it's not cheap. Treatments can cost up to $30,000 annually. The medical world, though, isn't entirely in agreement as to just how effective such therapies are at slowing down aging.
It requires a lot more study into large populations to see if this is truly beneficial. Because if you liken the situation to that of a damaged car, then throwing in undifferentiated mesenchymal stromal cells is like throwing a bunch of screws and levers into the engine and hoping they assemble themselves into an engine. So it doesn't always work, but nevertheless, it's an area for which it's worth studying.
While the jury may still be out over the efficacy of stem cell therapy, it has its fans. And one of them is Mr. Kong. He won't confirm or deny on camera if MSC has been part of his health journey at Regenosis. But he has this to say in support of it.
To me, if Singapore is allowed, I'll be the first one to jump into it. I mean, there are so many people that is doing, probably out of 10, probably those people that can afford, 10 of them are doing this therapy already outside Singapore.
There may be few things that these two 50-something-year-olds have in common. But as they beat their own paths towards aging, the value of good health as they get older isn't something either takes for granted.
To me, at my age, which is close to 60, I call it an overhaul. For my son, who is a teenager, so he participated in this program. I said, my dear son, today your engine is still new. Why don't keep it that way? For your daddy is an overhaul. I mean, without health, health is actually wealth, you know.
It never crossed my mind that I want to learn how not to age, right? Just to satisfy their expectation. But you know, this is something that you can't, because aging is inevitable. I am going to make use of it to do good, to help people. And then if I can make people to follow my way, to stay positive, to be healthy, I'll be so happy. I think that would be a dream come true.